Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule and teach well and is true. Shalom to the brothers out there pushing this truth in sincerity and in truth. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. It says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift reigneth the heart. And that's as true as it says. Because day in and day out in this society, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true Israelites, the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, are oppressed. There's not a moment in this society where you can get a true rest. You're always constantly worrying about paying the next bill, or where you're gonna get your next meal from. It's never, nothing's a guarantee for you. Even if you have a 40-hour-a-week job, even that's not a guarantee. And like it says, and a gift destroyeth the heart, because that's a part of it as well. That 40-hour-a-week job, honestly, Esau considers that a gift. He says, I'm allowing you to work in my society. I'm going to give you the means to sustain yourself. Little tongue twister. Just so you can be a slave for me. And you have a lot of our people, 2/3 majority, that give into that and say, oh, well, he's not so bad. The so-called white man's not so bad. He gave us a job. And that's the excuse right there. Because the word employment goes back to slavery. To be an employee is to be a slave. Continuing, it says, better is the end of the thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So just like in the beginning, where and I'm not going back all the way to Adam and Eve. I'm talking about the beginning of Esau's rulership. When we went down, it's going to be better at the end of that, when we're finally risen up, when the kingdom finally comes, and this wicked, destructive, horrible place is put to rest and cleansed with fire. Because like it says in the book of 2nd Ezra, I'll get it. Let me see here. I'll start at verse 7. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he saith unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, and when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And there you go right there. Like it says, Esau, which is today known as the so-called white man, so-called Caucasians, is the end of the world. And Jacob, whose name was later changed to Israel, is the beginning of it that followeth. Or the beginning of the righteous kingdom, the beginning of the righteous world that is to come. And it says, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So those that can go through some suffering, those that can bear this oppression until the kingdom come, are better than those that say, oh well, here's a way out, or that try to find a way out, that try to make an excuse not to do this work, not to push this truth. Really, they're making an excuse for the kingdom not to come. They're saying, oh, it's already here, or we can set up here. We can get along with Esau. We don't have to rule over anybody. We can rule in joint custody. That's what they're pushing, and that's the spirit of Babel, the Tower of Babel. which is why we know this is Babylon the Great. It's the same spirit. Salak, that's my work alarm for me to wake up. I got up a little earlier than my alarm, but it's all through the spirit. Continues, says, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. And ultimately being angry in our judgment, being angry in our suffering, we're supposed to rejoice that we're going through chastisement. We're supposed to rejoice that the Most High is dealing with us, giving us prophecy, but at the same time giving us the spiritual ass whooping that we need. Because we were hard-headed before we got in this truth. We were stiff-necked. And I can speak for myself that I thought I knew something before I came in this truth. I thought that I had a good amount of knowledge of the world to start off, a good foundation. And then once I finally heard the truth, that all crumbled. The Most High said, you don't know anything. Here's the beginning. Here's where you should have started. But being angry at the things I used to be angry at was vanity. I used to get angry at the most simple things. But now, being a spiritual man, being in this truth, yes, I still have anger toward this wicked kingdom, but it's more geared toward pushing this truth now. That my anger isn't destructive; it's constructive, to where I can build off of it. Versus, it's not destroying me; it's edifying me. It's helping me grow. It's righteous anger. It's not just emotions. It's not just anger just because I'm mad. Because that's foolish. Being angry and not knowing what you're mad at, it makes no sense. You're just angry just to be angry. Now, being angry over the oppression that you're going through, being angry that there's a wicked base man ruling over you, and you're supposed to be a ruler of this earth in righteousness. That's anger geared toward the right direction. That's honestly, that's indignation. That's righteous anger. You're supposed to be mad at these things, but more so, you're supposed to be mad at yourself, because we're the reason why this situation is like this. We went off, so the Most High had to punish us. He set up Esau over us as a punishment, as a whooping stick. He gave us over to the whoredoms because we wouldn't listen to him to not go after those things in the first place. So all this is a lesson. But it says, say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. So don't go back, and just because you're being chastised now in the spirit, like that one brother that made a video laying down saying I left GMS because I lost my job and I wasn't cool with my family. Not everybody is supposed to receive this truth. Just because you get the truth, just because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is dealing with you, doesn't mean that everything's going to be rose petals and your life is going to be $1,000,000 from now on, for lack of a better phrase. It's going to get tough because we're supposed to endure long suffering. Like it says, this is the patience and faith of the saints. Along with that faith comes patience, and patience is long suffering. So if you didn't prepare yourself for what was to come in this truth, you're going to go back and say, man, I wish I was back doing what I used to do. It was way better before I got in this truth. Now my life's hell. And that's not wise. That's that dog returning to its own vomit. That's something that we try to reject, that old man. That's something that we have to put off. If we are to seek the righteous kingdom, if we are the hopeful elect. But that's something that that jumped on me through the spirit this morning before I went into work. It's a little early, but hey, we got to do what we got to do in this kingdom. It's not like I want to work 40 plus hours a week, 50 plus hours a week, but you got to do what you got to do, just like in this truth. Some days you're gonna be feeling hot. You're gonna be pushing out videos, go to camp every day. Some days you're just gonna be like, damn man, I just want to go to bed and sleep. And when I say sleep, I mean like the brothers say, go to sleep, just get some rest. Because honestly, death would be better than this life right now. But it's not about that. It's about that there's work to be done, and we have to keep pushing till the kingdom come, till Yahweh Shai cracks some skies. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai cracks some skies and comes to get his elect and bring judgment upon this earth. But with that, I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule and teach well in this truth. And shalom to the brothers out there pushing this truth in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.